Absolutely. I love this question. So survival identity is something that we form usually early on in life. So the childhood years between 0 and 7 are the most impressionable. That's when we develop, a sense of self and certain behaviors that stick with us for potentially lifetime unless we become aware of them and start to, reprogram ourselves. But what's going on is you'll pick up early on in childhood, and it can expand beyond age 7. I mean, this can deal with your community at school, high school, and so on. But when we're that young, we obviously are very, very dependent on the people in our lives who are there to supposedly take care of us and feed us and house us and all of that. So biologically, it is smart for us to do what we think we need to in order to appease these people that have so much control over our well-being, right? Now, just when physically, that's perfectly fine. Obviously, what happens is there are psychological and emotional elements to the way that we respond. So if you had parents or a community that you felt said, well, you have to look and feel and do and be a certain way, say certain things, dress a certain way, you are going to do that in order to be accepted, in order to not get kicked out of the house, in order to be fed and be loved and straight up be loved. That's what's at the core of it. We're trying to get love. We still are. We're all still trying to get love.
Absolutely.
And so if you realized early on that who you truly were was not acceptable, then you probably shifted your identity and you silenced elements of you that you knew were going to be rejected by your immediate community or family. Now, that served you well. It served you to survive through ages 1 through 18 or whenever you left the house. But what happens is, because we get so ingrained in that and we get so conditioned to live that way, as we evolve into our adult life, we carry that same identity. We carry that survival identity with us. And so we start engaging in relationships with people that also are going to make us silence who we truly are. We may even start a business based on that survival identity. And then once we start to create that self-awareness and we start to realize, hey, this isn't really making me happy, or I don't feel like I can be fully expressed, or reach my highest potential in this way, in this, brand that I've created, that's when things are going to start to shift. And you're going to start to say, oh, I don't even know if this is me anymore. Right? I don't even know if this is support. I don't even know if this is what I want.
You're not in alignment.
You're not in alignment. So survival identity can really skew a lot of the decisions that we make. And so a lot of the work is, chipping away at that survival identity. And again, getting really honest with ourselves and saying, okay, who am I really? And what is it that I really truly want? And then going after that and building that.